budget breaks.
Who says you have to finally grow up, right? Ryan Faricelli says at least once a year rather,
Right?
you can be a kid again.
I say it every day.
Just not on TV.
Right.
He's here with the Cleveland Geekster. You and I were talking. Did you first come our way? You were part of a band, weren't you, Ryan?
At one point, yeah, I was part of a band that played here, and then I also was around a little bit for. I worked with Life Care Centers of America for a while, so we were here for some Alzheimer's events and things.
And then he sent me this email about 8 years ago saying, "Hey, Julie, I'm doing this fun little event called the Cleveland Geekster, and the rest is history." So
that's right.
Saturday the 25th.
That's right. 1 week from tomorrow.
You come and you relive your childhood, and you bring, if you're grown now, your kids with you to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in the fact that we are a family-friendly event, because not all conventions that do toys and things always are. And so we work really hard. All three of us, the founders, we've all got kids. And so we want to bring them and be able to show them the toys that we played with when we were a kid.
So I think what's interesting about this is, first of all, it amazes me that there are people who would still be holding on
right.
to some of these pieces. And I bet a lot of it was in their parents' attic for a number of years.
Yes.
Are they regional, or do people send stuff in from all over the country?
Well, we have vendors who come in from all over the U.S. And then as far as like the folks who show up to just shop and look around and explore the event, that's mostly kind of regional. It's sort of this area.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of walk me through the table. You know the song, the country song, that was, I think it's called 1970 something.
Right.
I feel like that song comes to life on this table.
Well, we've got a lot of different things. We've got this is my pet monster. He was a toy from when I was a kid. This is a 1979 12-inch Boba Fett from Star Wars, and this is an original Rancor figure. This guy actually did live in my parents' basement in a box for a number of years, so it's funny that you would mention that. These are some Dungeons and Dragons games. This is before it was advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. So this is just before we got advanced, I guess. We've got an army of stormtroopers. These are all original figures as well. Dungeons and Dragons action figures. So I've got a Stinkor He-Man figure who's still on the card.
Oh yeah,
he smells. And he actually still smells. You can.
Do I dare?
Yeah, you could. There's a little crack in the bottom of the plastic. You can give it a sniff. But he was a skunk, and so he's kind of got a, I don't know, it's sort of a rosemary-ish smell. Yeah, it's like a musty black licorice.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's amazing to me that after 20 years, he still has, he's still making smells.
What's in that stink? Yeah.
Right? And of course, this is a Return of the Jedi Ewok.
Can we just pause a minute and talk about the imprint Star Wars made in our culture?
Huge.
Holy cow!
Yeah. And still, one of the neat things on this table, I think, is this is a comic book from the very early '80s with.
Hold it. Can you get it?
Yeah, maybe. There
Without
we go.
toppling everything.
And he's got this little rabbit figure, this little rabbit guy in the background, and his name is Jackson. And just recently, they made a brand new action figure of him, and he's not been seen in anything since these comic books back in the early '70s or early '80s, and people made fun of him because he was silly. He looked like Bucky O'Hare. Yeah. And actually Bucky O'Hare was stolen from him, but everybody thinks it's the other way. So it's just a lot of really neat, interesting stories to hear from these vendors who know more about these toys.
So when people come out for this event, Ryan, are they coming just to see it all and kind of relive it, or is some of it for sale?
It's both. Well, everything is for sale.
Oh, really?
So we have about 40 vendors.
You're not selling your guy that was in your parents' basement, are you?
He is not for sale just because I've had him for so long, I'd feel guilty. But if I did sell him, he goes for about $90.
Wow.
So, yeah, so a lot of this stuff is, but that's not necessarily what he would sell at Geekster. Yeah, we have about 40 tables, and we have 40 vendors with about 80 tables of stuff, and it's all for show and tell. And we hope everybody brings their families, and it's a lot of fun.
Were you a Seinfeld watcher?
I wasn't.
Oh, well then never mind. But there was a Seinfeld episode where Jerry is dating a girl who has all this collection of great toys that nobody ever got to get at Christmas, but somehow she got them, and so they all get her away and they go and play with the toys.
Oh, that's great.
Because they're not theirs.
Yeah. My dad even, and my dad is a lot older than I am, obviously, because he's my dad. And he, but I mean, even he found an old Star Trek toy, an old ship and he bought it just so he could hang it from his garage, from the roof of his garage.
And he found it at the Geekster?
He found it at Geekster. So there's something for everybody.
Okay. And I know that you focus today on things that are more guy dominant, but you've got
Right.
lots of strawberry shortcake
Absolutely.
and Hello Kitty.
A lot of
and-
She-Ra. She-Ra is very popular. My Little Pony is also very popular. I'll be honest, the only reason this is not a more this is such a male collection is because a lot of this belongs to myself and one of the
Sure.
other collectors that founded the
And you
show.
didn't want strawberry shortcake.
Right. When I was a kid, that's just not what I had. So
Okay, so it's what time? 9 to
so it is 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Okay.
And that's next Saturday, the 25th, at Cleveland State Community College. And you can find us on Facebook at Cleveland Geekster.
It really is very fun. And, you know, don't ever forget about the fun things that still exist in your parents' basement
right.
or attic. Your childhood's living there, whether
Yeah.
you want to admit it or not.
And now we get to share it with our kids, and we can
Yep.
show them this is what I played with.
Very fun. Always good to see
Thank
you,
you so much
Ryan.
for having us.
You know that fresh made-to-order salad you've been craving? What if